And welcome back. Well, our next guest is part of a firm that handles thousands of claims for Social Security disability each year. Joining me now is attorney Lauren Zwirlein with Tabak Law to discuss some common questions about people interested in obtaining Social Security disability, the questions they might have about receiving unemployment benefits during the pandemic. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us, Lauren. I didn't hear you there. Let me see if I can hear you again. Try your audio once more.
Oh, good morning. Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. So good to see you. Good to see your face.
Thank you. Yes, I'm happy to be here.
Absolutely. You know, I think this is something that a lot of people want to know, the requirements. They want to understand legally. What do people legally have to do required-wise to be able to get Social Security disability?
Yeah, it can be complicated. And obviously, when people are looking into disability, it's usually a stressful time in their life. So it can make it even more complicated. What Social Security looks at as a legal matter is a 5-step sequential evaluation. So they're going through 5 different questions, and they're going to look at various kinds of evidence to answer those questions. I will not bore you all today with exactly what the details of all that are, but there are a few kind of key things that people should be aware of. One of them is about working. So as a general rule, if you're earning more than $1,310, and that's gross earnings, so before your taxes are taken out, Social Security is usually going to say that's too much money in order to receive disability. So you want to be under that amount. So usually you're looking at part-time work in that sort of situation. Work definitely complicates things, so it's always good to talk to a lawyer about that to sort out, whether or not your work activity will be excluded under Social Security's rules. Another really important factor is what Social Security calls the durational requirement. So they're looking at long-term impairments. It has to last at least 12 months. So temporary conditions or short-term illnesses are not generally going to be covered under Social Security's rules. And the other important factor to be aware of with Social Security's process is they look at kind of a combination of your past work and other jobs in the economy, what skills somebody might have, and they do kind of a complicated analysis in that regard as well. So there's a lot, there's definitely a lot that the government looks at.
Well, I think that's why it's so important to have an attorney like yourself on your side if you're in that situation. So that's Social Security disability. What about the criteria that makes somebody eligible then for unemployment benefits?
Yeah, so unemployment as sort of just a general policy is a benefit that's payable to people who are, lose the ability to work at their job due to no fault of their own. So there's usually exceptions for things like misconduct. If an employee does something they're not supposed to do or breaks the employer's rules in some way, they can be excluded from receiving unemployment in that situation. But generally, layoffs, obviously COVID is the big thing right now, preventing people from being able to get into their workplace, service industry, that sort of thing. But the other important consideration with unemployment is that somebody needs to be able and available for work. So, obviously that relates to disability, because usually when you're filing for disability, you're saying that you're not able to work. Maybe there's jobs out there that you could find, but it's that you're physically or, mentally unable to perform your jobs or your past work due to your health issues.
So, okay, when we think about that, then in a time like now, if you're unemployed because of COVID-19, can you still receive Social Security disability? Can those two things coexist with COVID-19?
Yeah, so it depends on what state that you live in. So, obviously we're here in Wisconsin. So under normal Wisconsin law, recipients of SSDI, which is Social Security Disability Insurance, they're ineligible to receive unemployment. However, in COVID times, the federal and state government have passed various rules, and they've relaxed some of those unemployment regulations. And so the Department of Workforce Development, they handle those unemployment cases here in the state of Wisconsin. They're encouraging people to apply even if they're already on SSDI benefits. So there's a lot of exceptions right now and a lot of additional benefits that the government is paying.
Again, I think it's so important to meet with you. It could be so confusing. You do free consults, right?
Yes, absolutely. There is no cost to talk to us. We are happy to talk to anybody who calls our office. Even if we can't help you, we'll definitely point you in the right direction. But we are able to help a lot of people. As you said, we do thousands and thousands of cases every year. So we're here to help.
Love it. I'm going to give all the information so people can connect with you directly or any of the attorneys there. So thank you so much for joining us, Lauren.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely. And to connect with Lauren or any of the other attorneys at Tabak Law and get your free consultation, you can call them directly. It's 414-351-4400 or go to tabakattorneys.com for more.